So I will talk about the Obama administration. So Barack Obama was the president of US in 2008, and he had two terms before Trump took over as the president of United States. So now this is important because the time when Barack Obama took over as the president of United States, he got the economy in a very bad shape. So whatever recession what we are saying today, so it was a great recession in 2008, where the banks in America had collapsed and the economic situation was very bad. And there was a very high record level unemployment in United States. And Barack Obama took over this economy from George Bush. And so this is the role of media. If you observe American politics, you will observe that Fox News is a supporter of Republican Party, and generally they will show the things in such a way that the Democrats are not doing well. So Barack Obama being a Democrat, so this is the data which they had shown. If you look, this is the time I think Obama took over 2008, and what they're trying to show is that the unemployment levels in US have increased from 7 million to 15 million in 2 years under his presidency. Now if you look at this data, anyone would believe like Barack Obama is doing very badly, and since he has taken over, uh, things are getting from bad to worse. But if you look at this second graph carefully, what will you observe is the 6 months period from September to 2009 and the 15-month period from March 2009 to June 2010. They have the same length on the graph. So this length and this length is same, and that is the problem. So when you have compressed the scale, the data which comes before you also changes. Now if I was to plot this graph on an actual plot, where you consider the actual scale on x-axis, then what you are seeing here is a different picture. Like the unemployment rate in United States actually peaked before June 10th, and then what you see is that the unemployment situation is actually improving in United States. So what the media or a person who wants to show a different thing can do. So this is the graph which they have taken, and this is what they have shown. But if I see this graph, then my impression about his presidency or his work will be totally different. So when you look at any graph, actually you should be very careful about what is the scale, or whether the scales are having the equal length on the axis. The next important thing is climate change. So you know very well, like the Paris Climate Agreement, which happened, I think, in 2015 or something, because that was something the United States had agreed upon, and Barack Obama had agreed upon that. And one of the agenda of President Trump when he came in was he moved out of the Paris Climate Agreement, and United States is not ready to implement those things. So now, what was the argument over here? So President Trump is someone who doesn't believe in climate change, and one reason they don't support climate change and Paris Agreement is United States, being a developed country, has to take a lot of steps, and it has to spend a lot of money towards moving towards solar, conventional energy, electric vehicles, and all that. And the United States has a lot of oil supplies, so they don't want to cut on their traditional things, and then invest more in the green energy technologies. So if you look at this tweet which Trump put out in 2014 before he became president, so he says the temperature is like -20, -30, and it is much colder than normal. So where is global warming? This is the question that he is asking. And when he become president, he says like this is the one of the coldest years in New York, and the people who say like global warming is real, they are like wrong. And if global warming is there, then America has to pay trillions of dollars to protect the environment. So he is someone who doesn't believe in climate change, and so he moved out of Paris Climate Agreement. Now I will show you some interesting data. So this is a data which I think was published by NASA, and this shows the air temperature between 1998 to 2012. If you look at this graph, so if President Trump wants to justify what he is saying, so he can say very clearly, like in those years, actually the global air temperature has reduced slightly. If you look at the trend of the graph, but again, same data from a very reliable source like NASA. If you change the data from 1990 to the present year, or uh, from 1980 to 2012, you can see actually the trend is different. So the global temperature has gone from zero point 0.2 to zero point 0.6. So here what is happening is they are showing the data for a lower time period, but if we look at the data for a longer time period, we can very clearly see there is something called as global warming. So what this tells us is, so if I am supporter of a Republican Party, I can show this graph and tell you that there is no global warming. But if I look at this data, then I am very alarmed that there is actually global warming. So when you are looking at the graphs, you should be very clear, like what is the correct duration of time for which you are looking at the data. Some phenomena like climate is a long-term phenomena, so we should look at the longer range of data, like maybe last 100 years, 200 years. So that is something which will give me better understanding on the results. So the people generally tell, like this year it rained more, next year it rained less. So we cannot take a climate change decision based on like a short-term data.